Good afternoon, friends. Here we are in the backyard on a beautiful spring afternoon under the pear tree, which I'm afraid you cannot see, but I can, and surrounded by the beautiful elements of nature, looked after by the nature spirits. This afternoon's Word of Gord, celebrating spring and all things spring-like, is a Word of Gord reaction to the many, well, perhaps not many, several recent additions on YouTube, films depicting the history of elites and their activities on planet Earth. Films such as Kymatica, Esoteric Agenda, Zeitgeist, all very interesting and well produced by their makers. But their makers are young seekers, young people who have, in my opinion, had not enough time to do their studies and research. They've done some research, but in my mind, not enough. Conspiracy theory revealing the activities of the elites, the so-called elites, the self-defined elites, those who would like to hide behind the busy activity of the world and manipulate the stage from behind the stage, are worthy of study, worthy of analysis, but ultimately are a sideshow for the real activity of souls during incarnation. For that is what we are. We are souls experiencing physical incarnation. We are souls who are evolving using the playground of Earth as our experiential education. We are moving towards enlightenment, a full enlightenment, where we understand why the God consciousness, with its omniscience, its omnipresence, and its omnisentience, is what we have left in order to experience the separate, isolated activity of an ego, and is what we are aiming for as we accumulate all these experiences of the separated, isolated ego struggling and suffering on the physical plane in many forms and in many activities. We have left complete understanding and complete empathy and complete love in order to struggle through ignorance and fear and desire, learning all the lessons that there are to learn, so that we may graduate summa cum laude and go on to either a nirvanic state, a state of bliss, where we are one drop of light in an ocean of light, one particle of the God consciousness in the overwhelming bliss of God consciousness. And as we move toward this as seekers, we come to see that there are those enmeshed in their various belief systems, their religious, political, and economic belief systems, which trap them into a worship and an attachment of life on the physical plane. They seek power, they seek wealth, they seek influence, and they seek to retain it for their groups, their families, their friends, their associates. They believe in banking, they believe in real estate, they believe in their prophets, their religions, their countries, their races. They believe that they are better than everyone else, more deserving, more worthy. The seeking soul, such as we are, comes to understand that all these attachments are illusions and have to be left behind as we move back up to the heaven worlds and their God consciousness that resides therein. These elites are younger souls clinging to the power they believe is their reward, clinging to the wealth and attainment and powers on earth, which seek to destroy all that challenges them. We do not need to participate in these games. We can move on serenely, lovingly, happily towards the enlightenment that is our due. We need not be concerned with it, the Illuminati or the Masons or the Knights Templar or the Rockefellers or the Bushes or the Windsors or anyone has power. We play their games, we pay our taxes, we love our fellow man. We try to make the world a better place for all the sentient suffering beings in it. We do this as good citizens, caring for each other, but not caring for the accumulation of wealth or power. Yes, time is an illusion. Yes, space is perhaps another useful illusion. But we need not concern ourselves overly with all these illusions as we move toward the bliss of the God consciousness and unconditional love. Bless them all as you move by them. They are enmeshed in illusion as you are not. Help them as you would a child with a bleeding knee. But do not fear them. There is nothing to fear. It's all illusion. A beautiful illusion.